We used to chase the summer down the coast. Windows down, your hand inside my coat. Radio playing songs we claimed as ours. Now the heater hums, but it can't warm the dark. Your coffee's always black and gone before I wake. I leave mine cooling on the counter for your sake. We pass like strangers in the hallway, like smiling, polite, but nothing feels right. I still remember how your skin felt fever hot. Now touching you feels like winter, I forgot. It's a cold love story, written line by line. Every I love you turning into rhyme. We built a fire once, watched it slowly die. Now we sit in silence, too proud to cry. Cold love story, no villain, no blame. Just two hearts freezing in the same old frame. You look at me like I'm a memory you keep, and I look back and read when love fell asleep. The Christmas lights still hang above the bed. We never took them down, too tired to pretend. I wrapped the blanket tight around my chest. Pretend your arms are still the place I rest. You scroll through pictures from a life ago. Laugh at something small, but the sound stays low. I wanna ask if you still feel the spark, but fear the answer might leave its mark. We used to fight for every breath we shared. Now we're careful not to show we care. It's a cold love story, written line by line. Every I love you turning into rhyme. We built a fire once, watched it slowly die. Now we sit in silence, too proud to cry. Cold love story, no villain, no blame. Just two hearts freezing in the same old frame. You look at me like I'm a memory you keep, and I look back wondering when love fell asleep. Maybe we should have ended it with fire. Screamed and shattered everything we built higher. Instead we let the temperature drop slow, till even breathing hurt. But we didn't know how to say goodbye when the goodbye's already here. Just colder shoulders, quieter tears. It's a cold love story, fading page by page. Trapped in winter, we can't escape the stage. You still say my name like habit, not like need. And I still stay because leaving feels like bleeding. Cold love story, ending without sound. No explosion, just frost covering the ground. We loved so hard once, now we're barely alive. Two people in love who forgot how to survive. I cry in the shower so the water hides the sound. Hot streams running over, cheeks already drowned. I tell myself it's just the steam in my eyes, but every drop remembers your goodbyes. I cry at the grocery store when I see your branded tea, stand frozen in the eye like it's killing me. People pass and smile, they don't see the wreck. Just a girl holding a box like it's her last connect. I thought tears would dry up after week number 3, but grief has its own clock and it's still ticking on me. that song we claim. Turn it up loud so the neighbors can't hear my pain. I sing along, broken voice cracking in two, pretending you're driving like we used to do. I cry when I pass the park where we carved our tree. The bark's grown over it, but the hurt stays with me. I trace the faint lines with a trembling finger, wondering how something so deep could just linger and linger. I tell my friends I'm fine, I'm getting there slow, but the mirror knows better. It won't let me go. I'm crying for you and you're not even here. Crying for the version of us that disappeared. For the mornings we left, for the nights we broke slow, for the love that left quietly with nowhere to go. I'm crying for you, God, it never gets small. Every tear carries your name down the wall. You're probably smiling somewhere under new skies while I'm crying for you. Still asking why. Maybe one of these tears will run out of salt. Maybe I'll wake up and it won't feel like fall. But tonight I'm not ready to stop feeling this. Tonight I'll let every sigh be a kiss that never reached you, that never got through. I'm crying for both of us, because you don't cry for me too. I'm crying for you even though you're alright. Crying through the long unrelenting night for the girl who believed you would always stay. For the boy who walked and took my light away. I'm crying for you till the well finally runs dry, till the hurt learns to whisper instead of cry. But right now I'm drowning what used to be true, and I'm crying for you, crying for you, crying for you, still crying for you. The alarm goes off at 6:47 like always. I reach for your side but the sheets are still cold. Coffee tastes like regret in the same chipmug. Stare at the wall where your photo used to hold. I walk the same route to the market we love, past the bench where you kissed me in the rain. People rush by, living lives that keep moving while mine feels frozen in the shape of your name. Every hour stretches longer than the last. I keep waiting for the hurt to fade fast, but it just settles deeper like dust on the floor. These days without you are the longest I've known. Empty rooms echo with the love we outgrew. I breathe in the silence where your laughter once lived, and exhale pieces of me that belong to you. Days without you, they don't get easier. Love, they just teach me how to survive with less. I still say your name when the night gets too quiet, like maybe you'll answer if I whisper it best. I wear your old sweater when the evenings just learning how to stay when every part of me wants to run back to them. These days without you are the longest I've known. Empty rooms echo with the love we outgrew. I breathe in the silence where your laughter once lived, and exhale pieces of me that belong to you. Days without you, they don't get easier. Love, they just teach me how to survive with less. I still say your name when the night gets too quiet. Like maybe you'll answer if I whisper it back. I thought time would be kind, would soften the blade, but it sharpens the edges of every memory made. The first without you hurt worst of all. First coffee alone, first rain, first fall. I wonder if you feel the weight of this too, or if your days just keep going without you, without me. These days without you, they stretch into years. I carry your absence like unshed tears. I'm learning to walk through a world that moved on, but my heart's still stuck where we both belong. Days without you, God, they never end. Just quieter versions of missing my friend. I still love you in ways I can't explain, even on days when I'm learning your name. They're without you, days without you. I'm still here, counting them through. Here are fresh original lyrics for your new song title. Your hand used to find mine under the table. Fingers lacing like they belonged there forever. Now they rest in your lap, careful and able to avoid the place we used to be together. The dead still remembers the shape of your body. I crawl into the hollow you left behind. Pull the blankets tight, try to copy the way your warm ones wrapped around my mind. I can still feel it sometimes, the soft glow, like sunlight trapped in skin long ago. Fading warm, slipping through my hands like smoke from a fire. No one understands. You're still here in the room, but the heat is gone. Just echoes of closeness that linger too long. Fading arms, leaving me cold inside where your touch used to live. Now the silence hides a reach for the embers, but daytime to gusts. Love that was blazing, I barely gush. You smile when I speak good, it never reaches the corners of your eyes the way you used to do. Conversations polite, careful, featureless. We talk about weather like strangers would do. I light candles at night, the chase out could chill. Pretend the flicker is your heartbeat near, but the flame leans away like it knows the drill, that nothing can warm what's already disappeared. I chase the lines on your back in my sleep, hoping the memory will make the cold retreat. Fading warm, slipping through my hands like smoke from a fire. No one understands. You're still here in the room, but the heat is gone. Just barely a girl. I wish we fought harder, burned brighter, broke clean. Instead we let it cool like a forgotten scene. No final spark, no last desperate fame. Just virtual frost settling over your name. I still sleep on your side some nights when it hurts, hoping to scale back the warmth I deserted. But morning comes full and the bed's always wide, with only my breathing left on your side. Fading one, I can't hold it anymore. Can't pretend the fire lingers behind my door. You're fading, weathered, soft and slow and short, till I'm left with the chill I can't endure. Paying more, thought it hurts to feel the last of your heat. Finally turn out real, I loved you like summer, now winter's my truth. And all that remains is the ghost of your youth. Coffee's cold, you left it half undrunk. Your chair still angled like you might come back. I'll wait for footsteps that don't cross the floor. The clock keeps ticking, but it sounds off track. You stopped saying goodnight weeks ago. Now the darkness answers in your place. I replay conversations we never had, searching for the moment love erased. No slam doors, no final cruel goodbye, just quieter and quieter until the space between us learned to breathe alone. Heart in silence, screaming when no one hears. Love slipped away through fingers full of tears. You never said you were already gone, but every quiet night proved me wrong. Heart in silence, bleeding soft and slow. I still reach for you in dreams you don't show. How do you lose someone without a sound? Yet here I am, shattered on the ground. Your toothbrush vanished from the cup we shared. The closet echoes with the clothes you spared. I fold your favorite sweater one last time, pretend the sun will stay if I keep it near. We smile at friends like nothing ever changed. They ask how we are, you say the same. But inside I'm drowning in the things unsaid, while you walk lighter in another name. No angry words to throw like broken glass, just absence carving deeper every day, until the shape of us is all that's left. Heart in silence, screaming when no one hears. Love slipped away through fingers full of tears. You never said you were already gone, but every quiet night proved me wrong. Heart in silence, bleeding soft and slow. I still reach for you in dreams you don't show. only I could breathe. But breathing hurts when there's no you and me. Heart in silence fading out of view. I still love you, God, I still love you. In the silence that swallows you. You slept beside me every single night. Your breathing steady, warm against my side. But I lay staring at the ceiling fan, counting shadows where your heart began to hide. I'd reach to touch your shoulder in the dark. You'd shift away like instinct, not like choice. I told myself it's just the way we are. But silence grew between us like a voice. No fight to point and no cruel word to blame. Just colder hands and eyes that looked away. I kept on loving louder in my head while you were slowly drifting out of frame. I felt alone inside the life we made, like I was screaming in the water unafraid. You held me close but never really there. I felt alone with your hands in my hair. I felt alone when you said I love you too. The words were right but they didn't feel like you. How can two people share the same small bed and one still wakes up empty, full of dread? We laughed and movies, cooked the same old meals, posted pictures smiling for the feed. But every mirror showed a different truth. Your smile stopped reaching all the way to me. I'd ask, are you okay? You'd reply, I'm fine, just tired with that practice tone. I swallowed every question left to ask, afraid the answer would leave me alone. I built a bridge of small apologies. You walked across but never looked behind. I kept pretending we were still the same while loneliness was carving out my mind. I felt alone inside the life we made, like I was screaming into water unafraid. You held me close but never really there. I felt alone with your hands in my hair. I felt alone when you said I love you too. The words were right but they didn't feel like you. How can two people share the same small bed and one still wakes up empty, full of dread? The day you left it wasn't even loud, just keys on the table, suitcase by the door. You said I need some space and I just nodded like I hadn't been living there before. Now the house is quiet but it's different now. No echo of you breathing in the night. The loneliness is honest, sharp and clean, no longer dressed up in your soft goodnight. I felt alone even when you stayed, carrying the weight of love that slowly fades. You were right here but miles from where I stood. I felt alone the way only love could. I felt alone and now you're really gone, but somehow that feels less cruel than holding on to someone who was already out the door. While You pack your things on a Tuesday afternoon, left the key on a table, no tune. I stood in the doorway, calling your name, but the echo just answered with more of the same. I replayed every fight, every software we said, searched for the moment you decided instead to vanish like smoke, no warning, no fight, just gone in the daylight. Out of my sight, I didn't need promises, I didn't need light, I just needed the truth behind your goodbye. I needed answers, baby, why'd you leave so clean? No screaming, no bleeding, just a quiet scene. Did I break you in ways I never saw? Was I just a chapter you outgrew, that's all? I needed answers to stop the spinning wheel, to quiet the questions that won't let me heal. You left me with silence, louder than pain, and I'm still here, asking your ghost for your name. Your toothbrush gone, but the cup still stained blue. I keep it right there, like it might wait for you. I text you at midnight, delete before sin, afraid the reply would just break me again. Friends say move on, they don't understand how love can end without shaking a hand. I dream you come back just to tell me the why. Wake up to nothing but the same empty sky. I take the cruelest truth over this empty space. At least then I know it wasn't my face. I needed answers, baby, why'd you leave so clean? No screaming, no bleeding, just a quiet scene. Did I break you in ways I never saw? Was I just a chapter you outgrew, that's all? The spinning wheel, to quiet the questions that won't let me heal. You left me with silence, louder than pain, and I'm still here, asking your ghost for your name. Maybe you're happier now, maybe you're free. Maybe the fault was never with me, but not knowing is carving my ribs into art, a hollow cathedral where you broke my heart. I trade every sunrise for one honest line. I never loved you or you weren't mine. Anything sharper than this endless gray, anything kinder than walking away. A thousand whys and no way to transform. I needed answers, God, I still do, to forgive you, to hate you, to make it through. But you're gone forever and the silence stays, answering nothing in its cold, cruel way. Hits the window like it used to do, but the sound doesn't reach me the way it broke through when you were still here, when your voice filled the space. Now it's just water on glass, no warmth, no trace. I walk past our places, same streets, same light. People rush by laughing, living their night. I wait for the sting with a twist in my chest, but nothing arrives, just a quiet blank guest. I thought pain would last forever, sharp and alive. Turns out even hurt can learn how to survive. I've lost all feeling, and it scares me to death. No fire, no freezing, no pulse, no breath. You took the last spark when you walked out that door, left me an outline, nothing to feel anymore. Lost all feeling, God, what have I become? A shadow that moves, but the heart is gone now. I reach for the ache just to prove I'm still here, but I've lost all feeling, and there's nothing left near. I stare at your picture till my eyes start to burn. Wait for the tears, for the tide to return, but the salt never rises, the well's running dry. I'm empty of anger, too hollow to cry. Friends ask if I'm better, I nod and I smile, say yeah, getting there like it's only a while. But inside the mirror shows someone I don't know, a stranger wearing skin from a life long ago. I used to scream your name into the dark, even echoes refuse to take part. I've lost all feeling, and it scares me to death. No fire, no freezing, no pulse, no breath. You took the last spark when you walked out that door, left me an outline, nothing to feel anymore. Lost all feeling, God, what have I become? A shadow that moves, but the heart is gone now. I reach for the ache just to prove I'm still here, but I've lost all feeling, and there's nothing left near. Maybe this is healing, the slow gray decay. The body keeps breathing while the soul slips away. Maybe one morning I'll wake up and find a flicker of something that isn't resigned. But tonight I'm afraid of the quiet too much, afraid that forever won't come with a touch, that I'll stay this empty, this perfectly still, because losing all feeling is the last way to kill. I lost all feeling, and the world keeps its color while mine turns to ash, growing duller and duller. You're somewhere laughing, maybe loving again, while I'm here forgetting how to feel pain. Lost all feeling, please if you can hear, send back the hurt, send back the fear. Anything sharper than this endless nothing. I've lost all feeling, and it's swallowing everything. Lost all feeling, lost all feeling, nothing left to feel. We danced in your kitchen at 3 a.m., barefoot on towel, laughing like kids again. You spun me so fast, the world blurred away. Promised me always in the heat of that sway. Your lips tasted like summer and cheap red wine. I believed every word when you said you were mine. We carved our initials on the back of the door, thinking the future would keep coming for more. But seasons don't warn you when they're about to turn, and hearts don't announce the exact day they burn. Love didn't stay long, it came like a thief, stole every tomorrow, left me with grief. It burned through the nights, then faded by dawn, left ashes and echoes of where we belong. Love didn't stay long, God, it barely began, just long enough to ruin this woman and man. I still feel your arms in the shape of the dark, but love didn't stay long. It tore us apart. The last time you held me, your grip felt unsure, like you were already halfway out the door. You whispered I'm sorry into my hair, then silence swallowed the words hanging there. I keep the shirt you left folded on the chair, it still carries the scent of your skin and your care. I wear it to sleep when the loneliness bites, pretending your warmth hasn't slipped out of sight. I search every corner for signs you might return, but love doesn't linger when it's already learned. Love didn't stay long, it came like a thief, stole every tomorrow, left me with grief. It burned through the nights, then faded by dawn, left ashes and echoes of where we belonged. Love didn't stay long, God, it barely began, just long enough to ruin this woman and man. I still feel your arms in the shape of the dark, but love didn't stay long. It tore us apart. Maybe it was never meant to survive the light, too fragile, too honest, too perfectly bright. We loved like we'd never run out of time, but time had other plans, crueler than mine. I wish I could hate you for walking away, but all I can do is miss you today and every tomorrow that never arrived, because love didn't stay long, it barely survived. Love didn't stay long, it flickered and fell, a beautiful story no one gets to tell. You left with the sunrise, I stayed with the rain, carrying pieces that still feel your name. Love didn't stay long, but it stayed long enough to teach me forever can be painfully rough. I'll love you in echoes and songs in the wrong, because love didn't stay long. Love didn't stay long. And I'm still gone. We used to talk until the street lights died. Your laugh would spill like morning light inside. But lately words feel heavy, hard to find, like echoes in a house we left behind. I trace the silence where your hand once lay. You turn away before I even say your name. I pretend I don't notice how you flinch when love becomes a habit we can't fix. I keep waiting for the spark to catch again, but every match I strike just burns my skin. I was fading, slow like winter rain, dripping through the cracks we couldn't end. You stopped reaching, I stopped asking why. We both just watched the color leave our sky. Love was fading, he sparked quiet peace, till all that's left is ghosts of what we used to be. And I still love her, even as you're leaving. God, it hurts to love someone who's already grieving. Your perfume lingers on the empty chair. I breathe it in like oxygen isn't there. We smile through dinners, polite and thin, like strangers wearing each other's skin. I see the way you look past me now, searching for a door you won't allow. I'll open wide and finally set you free from the cage you built so lovingly. I'll whisper stay, but it comes out as air. You hear it anyway, but you don't care. Love was fading, slow like winter rain, dripping through the cracks we couldn't end. You stopped reaching, I stopped asking why. We both just watched the color leave our sky. Love was fading, peace by quiet peace, till all that's left is ghosts of what we used to be. And I still love you, even as you're leaving. God, it hurts to love someone who's already grieving. Maybe in another life I'd fight to keep this flame, swing and crank claw until we both felt pain. But we're too tired now to cruise the please, so we let it die the way we let love be. One last time, love you hanging in the high. You nod, you smile, then you try and fall out of my arms, out of my days. While I stand here drowning in the haze. Love was fading, slow like winter rain. No thunder, no warning, just the end of pain. You walked away so gently, I could barely see how love could leave so quietly and still kill me. Love was fading, and I'm still here holding small where your heart used to be. And I still love you, even though it's gone. I saw you crying in the passenger seat, rain on the windshield blurring every street. You asked if we were okay, voice paper thin. I said yeah, we're fine, and let the silence win. I could have pulled over, turned the engine on, held your face and told you I was lost, but I stared ahead makes us. Another mile, another missed chance. I thought tomorrow we'd have time to talk, time to mend the things we let go dark. Missed chances are piling like unpaid bills. Every I love you I swallow kills. I let you slip through the cracks of my pride. Now you're a ghost on the other side. Chances they don't come back around. They just echo louder when no one's around. I still see your taillights fading in the rain, and I'm drowning in the hurt I could have changed. Your birthday came, I brought on flowers late. You smiled anyway, hid the ache. I promised next year would be different, I swear. But next year never found us there. We danced once at a wedding, your head on my chest. I felt your heartbeat slow like it needed rest. I could've whispered stay forever with me. Instead I kissed your hair and set you free. I thought we had forever in our hands. Turns out forever's made of shifting sand. Miss Chinese planes piling like unpaid bills. Every I love you I swallow kills. I let you slip through the cracks of my pride. Now you're a ghost on the other side. These chances they don't come back around. They just echo louder when no one's around. I still see your taillights fading in the rain, and I'm drowning in the hurt I could have changed. If I could go back to one single night and stop the car beneath the motel light, I'd say I'm scared I'm breaking. Now I need you here. I beg forgiveness through the falling tears. But time's a thief that never gives refunds. Love's a game I lost before it begun. Missed chances buried in the snow. Every almost that I'll never know. You're happy now, I heard it through a friend. And I'm still here where we used to end. Carved into my skin, I'll carry you until the end begins. I hope someday you'll think of me and smile, knowing I loved you all the while. Missed chances, missed chances. I'm sorry, missed chances. I missed everyone. My mind says it's over, time to turn the page. Delete the old photos, step out of the cage. But my heart remembers the way you said my name. Soft like a secret, never quite the same. It recalls your fingers tracing circles on my back, the rhythm of you breathing when the world went black. How you laugh would start low, then bloom into light. Even now in the silence it echoes at night. I tell myself stories of closure and peace, but the truth keeps on whispering underneath. My heart remembers, God, it won't let go. Every small forever we used to know. The taste of your coffee on my lips at dawn. The weight of your head when the bad days were gone. My heart remembers, though you're long since away. It replays our ending like a song on delay. You may have forgotten or learned how to hide, but my heart remembers, and it's still on your side. I walk through the city, we painted with plans. Every corner still carries the print of your hands. The bookstore we wandered, the bench by the lake, where you promised me always, no matter the ache. I pass couples laughing, and something inside twists like a wire that never quite died. They don't know the shape of the space you left here, a hollow that echoes year after year. I smile for the mirror, say I'm doing okay, but my heart keeps the truth locked away. My heart remembers, God, it won't let go. Every small forever we used to know. The taste of your coffee on my lips at dawn. The weight of your head when the bad days were gone. My heart remembers, though you're long since away. It replays our ending like a song on delay. You may have forgotten or learned how to hide, but my heart remembers, and it's still on your side. Maybe one morning I'll wake up and find the memories soft and no longer unkind. Maybe the heart will finally release the ghost of your touch, the ghost of your peace. But until that day comes, if it ever does, I'll carry you gently, because love was us, and even in pieces it still feels like truth. My heart remembers, and it still belongs to you. My heart remembers every breath, every sigh, every I love you, you didn't reply. The way we fit perfect, then shattered so clean. The before and the after, the in between. My heart remembers, and it's okay to stay in the ruins of us where the light used to play. You're gone from the world, but not from this part. My heart remembers, you still live in my heart. My heart remembers, always you. I still unlock the door with the same old key, but the hallway doesn't recognize me. The walls are the same color, the clock ticks the same, yet nothing here answers when I call your name. The couch still sags where we used to collapse after long days of loving, of holding, of laughs. Now I sit on the edge like I'm visiting someone, afraid if I lean back the past will come undone. I used to belong in these rooms in your arms. Now I'm just furniture covered in dust and alarms. There's no more home without you in it, no safe place to fall. still smells like the meals we would make. Garlic and laughter, the promises we'd break. I open the fridge out of habit, not hunger. See your leftovers labeled with someone else's wonder. The bed is too wide, the pillow's too cold. I sleep on your side so the scent won't grow old. But even your pillow stopped holding your trace. It's just cotton and memory, losing the race. I thought home was a building, a street address. Turns out it was you, and now I'm homeless. I guess there's no more home without you in it. No safe place to fall when the world won't fit. You were the roof when the storms rolled through, the warm light I ran to when the nights turned blue. No more home, just a shell with your shape, a heart that still knocks, but there's no one to escape. I wander these halls like a ghost who forgot that home left the day you walked out the spot. I could sell this house, start over somewhere new, paint different walls, hang different views, but I'd still carry the blueprint of us in my chest. The floor plan of love that collapsed at your best. No address can fix what you took when you went. No four walls can hold what was already spent. Home isn't a place anymore, it's a person who doesn't hear no more. There's no more home, and I'm still standing inside, trying to live in the ruins where our love once thrived. You took the foundation, the warmth and the door, left me with echoes and nothing to live for. No more home, got our quiet earrings. No welcome, no shelter, no arms, no wings. Just me and the silence that swallowed your name, in a house that forgot how to feel the same. No more home, no more home. You were my home, and now I'm nowhere. I wait for your name to light up my screen. Three little dots that never turn to words. You said busy day, I said that's okay. While I rearrange my whole world for yours, I drive past your street on the way home alone. See your car parked where it shouldn't be. I tell myself it's nothing, just friends catching up, but my chest knows a lie before my mind can breathe. I used to be the first thought in your morning, now I'm the afterthought at the end of your night. I keep making space in a life you don't share, hoping someday you'll remember to fight. I'm not your priority, I finally see. Just a soft place to land when the world's too heavy. You give me the leftovers of your time, while I give you every beat of this heart of mine. I'm not your priority. holding on to pieces you don't want, pretending maybe tomorrow isn't the same. I'm not your priority, I finally see. Just a soft place to land when the world's too heavy. You give me the leftovers of your time, while I give you every beat of this heart of mine. I'm not your priority, and it cuts like glass, knowing I'm the one you let slip through the cracks. I still answer when you call at 2 a.m., but I'm not the one you reach for when the day begins. I deserve someone who chooses me first, not the backup plan when everything hurts. But leaving you feels like losing my air, even when staying means I'm barely there. One day I'll stop waiting for your call, stop checking if you care at all. Till then I'm stuck in this quiet war, loving someone who doesn't love me more. I'm not your priority, and I never will be. Just echoes of a love you don't need from me. You'll move on easy, find someone new, while I'm still here learning how to undo you. Not your priority, got the hurts to say, but saying it out loud might let me walk away. I loved you bigger than you ever knew, and you never even noticed I was blue. Not your priority, not your priority. Letting go, even if it kills me slow. I keep the messages you sent at 2:17, the ones that said miss you before you stop meaning it. I read them like scripture when the nights get too thin, hoping the words will bleed back into something real. Again, the scar on my wrist from the night we fought rain still itches when thunder rolls in the same way. I could cover it up, let the skin grow new, but then who would remember how deeply I loved you? Everyone says time will dull the blade, but time just teaches me how to be afraid of mornings without this familiar ache. I'm still holding pain like it's the last thread of you, afraid if I drop it, I'll drop the truth that we want something worth breaking for, worth bleeding for, worth dying a little more. Still holding pain, it's all I have tonight. A cruel kind of company, but it feels right. You walked away clean, left me to explain why after all this time I'm still holding pain. I pass your favorite street and slow the car down, watch strangers live moments we used to own. Their laughter stings sharper than silence ever could, because silence at least lets me pretend you're good. I keep your voice in the back of my throat, practice saying your name so it doesn't choke. I could swallow it whole, let it fade like smoke, but losing her would feel like the final stroke. They tell me to move on, to forgive and forget, but forgiveness feels empty when there's nothing left. I'm still holding pain like it's the last thread of you, afraid if I drop it, I'll drop the truth that we want something worth breaking for, maybe someday I'll open my hands and let go. Watch the pieces scatter like ashes and snow. Maybe I'll smile without tasting the salt. Maybe the hurt will finally fall, but not tonight. Tonight I cradle it close like a child, because letting it go means admitting you're gone for good. And I'm not ready to be that strong, not yet, not if I could. I'm still holding pain, and it's holding me to the only thing left that still feels like you. You're free somewhere laughing, maybe even in love, while I'm here with ghosts and the weight from above. Still holding pain, God, make it make sense. How love can leave and the hurt stay intense. I don't wanna keep it, but I don't know how to quit. Still holding pain, because without it, who would I miss? Still holding pain, still holding pain, still holding. We used to fill every corner with sun. Your stories, my laughter, the way we talked them. The hours till morning, no subject too small. Now the clock ticks louder than either of all. I watch your mouth move, but the words don't arrive. You look at the floor like it's keeping you alive. I wait for a sentence, a question, a fight, but silence just settles, collide and collide. We stop saying sorry, stop saying goodnight. The quiet roots in the space left by light. The quiet between us is louder than screams. It drowns out the memories, kills all the dreams. No anger to cling to, and tears left to cry. Just this and there's nothing where I went to die. The quiet between us, it's a grave we both made. A bed full of echoes, performances made. We stood in the same room, still breathing the air, but the quiet between us is all that's still there. Your phone lights up soft on the table between. I don't ask who's texting, you don't explain the same. We eat side by side, folks scraping the plate. The clink of the metal is all we create. I reach for your hand out of habit, then stop. A space where our fingers used to lock is now just a canyon, too wide, too deep. And neither of us has the strength left to leap. We learned how to live in this beautiful hush, but beauty can kill when it's built on too much. The quiet between us is louder than screams. It turns out the memories, kills all the dreams. No anger to cling to, no tears left to cry. lost this endless nothing where I went to die. The quiet between us, it's a grave we both made, a bed full of echoes where promises fade. We're still in the same room, still breathing the air, but the quiet between us is all that's still there. I wish we had shot it, exploded, burned down, giving each other a reason to drown. Instead we just drifted till nothing remains. Two strangers in love, too polite to be pain. One day we'll stick it or one day we'll part, but tonight we just sit with this aching heart. The quiet between us is the last thing we share. I feel the raw hand for the love we don't dare. The quiet between us, it swallowed us high, with nothing but breathing, no fire, no soul. We're best in the same house, still healing our ways, still calling it love, while the quietly stings. The quiet between us got made it soon, before we forget all the talk to the moon, before the silence becomes who we are. The quiet between us has gone way too far. The quiet between us is all that's left. I leave the porch light on every night, same bulb flickering since you said goodnight. The street stays quiet, no headlights turning, just my circling like they're waiting to begin. I keep your coffee cup on the second shelf, rinse it sometimes like you might help yourself to one more morning, one more lazy hay. But the silence answers in its usual way. I tell myself 5 more minutes, then I'll close the book. But 5 turns to 50 and I'm still here hooked. I'm waiting for nothing and it's killing me slow, hoping for footsteps that nobody will show. You left without warning, no promise to break, but I'm still standing here for heaven's sake. Waiting for nothing, God, what a cruel kind of love, clinging to echoes that drift from above. I know you're not coming, I feel it in my bones, still I wait for nothing, and I wait alone. The calendar pages keep turning themselves. Your birthday passed quiet, no cards on the shelves. I cooked your favorite, set 2 plates just in case. Ate in the dark with your empty chair's face. I scroll through old photos till my eyes start to blur. Zoom in on your smile like it might still stir something inside me that isn't quite dead. But every swipe forward pulls further ahead. I say this is the last time, like it's a prayer. Then tomorrow I'm back in the same worn out chair. I'm waiting for nothing and it's killing me slow, hoping for footsteps that nobody will show. You left without warning, no promise to break, but I'm still standing here for heaven's sake. silhouette of you walking back up this cracked driveway stone. Even though I know I'm waiting for nothing, and it's all I have left. A habit of hoping that's deeper than death. You're living your life, probably smiling somewhere while I'm frozen in place in this empty chair. Waiting for nothing, please let me be free from the lie that still feels like you and me. I'm waiting for nothing, and nothing's all there is. Waiting for nothing. Waiting for nothing. Waiting for nothing. I'm still here. Waiting. I still set your place at the table some nights. Silverware shining like it's waiting for lights to come back on in your eyes when you walk through the door. Even though the key doesn't turn anymore, your coat still hangs on the hook by the stairs. I brush off the dust like you might notice it there. The house keeps your shape in the way that it breathes, holds every corner where your laughter used to live. I know you're happier somewhere far from these walls, but my foolish heart never got the call. You belong here, right here in my arms, where the mornings were soft and the nights lost their harm. You belong in the space that still echoes your name, even though you walked out and nothing's the same. Where you belong, God, it hurts to believe that a place can remember what you won't receive. I still leave the light on, still make room in the bed for the ghost of you, where you belong instead. I drive past the places we used to escape, the bridge where we promised no more heartache. Your laugh used to bounce off the water and sky. Now the river just carries the silence, and I keep your favorite song on repeat in the car, sing along broken, pretending you're not that far. Every lyric a map back to moments we own, but the road only leads to the life you've outgrown. I tell myself someday I'll let this love fade, but the heart doesn't listen to space between breaths where you left your mark. Where you belong is a place I can't reach, a home that's still standing but empty of speech. I'll love you forever in rooms you don't see, right here where you belong. I still keep the ticket stub from the midnight show, the one where you laughed so hard you spilled your coat. You posted a picture last week with someone new, saying theater seats, different hand holding you. I wonder if the screen flickered the way it did then, or if the smell of popcorn brought anything back. Probably not. You moved on like pages in a book you never planned to read again. I replay every detail like evidence in a trial, trying to prove we were real for a while. You forgot us, didn't you? Forgot the promises whispered at 4 a.m. Forgot how my heartbeat sounded against your chest. Forgot the way we said forever like it wasn't pretend. You forgot us like we were just background noise, a season that passed, a temporary choice. While I'm still here drowning in what used to be. You forgot us, but you never forgot how to leave. Your number's still saved under the name I gave you. Home with a little heart I can't bring myself to erase. I see you smiling in stories, brighter than before, like the weight of our ending never touched your floor. I pass our favorite cafe, order the same drink we shared, sit at the window table, pretend you're still there, but the chair opposite stays empty and cold, and the barista doesn't ask where you've gone anymore. I carry the ruins, you carry the key to a door you locked and threw into the sea. You forgot us, didn't you? Forgot the promises whispered at 4 a.m. Forgot how my heartbeat sounded against your chest. Forgot the way we said forever like it wasn't pretend. You forgot us like we were just background noise, a season that passed, a temporary choice. While I'm still here drowning in what used to be. You forgot us, but you never forgot how to leave. Maybe one day you'll find an old sweater in a box, smell the faint trace of my perfume and stop. Maybe you'll remember the nights we stayed up talking, or the way I looked at you like you were my only talking. But even if the memory flickers for a breath, it won't bring you back, it won't undo my death. Because forgetting isn't accidental, it's a choice you made, and I'm left holding ghosts in the bed we unmade. You forgot us, and it's the cruelest kind of gone. Not angry words, not slammed doors, just moving on. You built a new life on the ruins of mine, while I'm still sorting through the wreckage every time. You forgot us, God, how easily you did. Left me with memories you never relive. I still love the others you erased so clean. You forgot cup you left is still in the sink. Brown ring at the bottom like a permanent ink. I wash it sometimes and put it right back, hoping the habit will bring the feeling intact. The clock on the wall keeps perfect time, but every tick feels like it's mocking mine. I stare at the door and force my eyes away, because looking too long makes the silence say. No footsteps, no key in the lock tonight. No shadow that stretches into morning light. You won't return and the truth finally lands, heavy and quiet like snow on my hands. No suitcase forgotten, no note on the fridge, just absence that grows like a permanent bridge. You won't return and I'm learning to breathe in a world that keeps turning. Without your leave, I still whisper your name when the house gets too still. But you won't return and I know that you will never. Your side of the closet is empty and neat. I hang one of your shirts so the space feels complete. I wear it on cold nights when loneliness bites. Pretend it's your arms, pretend it ignites. The streetlights outside flicker the same old gold, the way they did when you said you never grow cold. But promises break like the dawn breaks the dark, and I'm left with the pieces, the ache and the mark. I used to pray for a miracle call. Now I just wait for the heart to stop wanting it all. You won't return and the truth finally lands, heavy and quiet like snow on my hands. No suitcase forgotten, no note on the fridge, just absence that grows like a permanent bridge. You won't return and I'm learning to breathe in a world that keeps turning. Without your leave, I still whisper your name when the house gets too still. But you won't return and I know that you will never. I could hate you for leaving so clean and so sure, but hate takes energy I don't have anymore. So I sit with the quiet, let it carve out its space, let it teach me the shape of your permanent face. One day maybe I'll smile when I think of your eyes, not because it hurts less, but because time lies and tells me the wound will one day turn kind. Even though deep down I know you're never coming back to mine. You won't return and the sky didn't fall. The earth kept on spinning, ignoring my call. You won't return and the stars didn't weep, they just watched while I broke and tried hard not to keep holding on to a ghost that was already free. You won't return and somehow that sets me free. Slowly, you won't return.